Hello friends, this is Abhas. Welcome back to our channel Unit Square. In this video, we will start a new topic which is tree. So this is very important data structure. In every exam or in every interview, you will find one or two questions based on tree. So in this video, we will try to learn some basics of tree. So we will see the definition of tree, some basics of tree and some properties of tree. And we will see how we can construct a tree. So before starting this video, I want to give a small suggestion that please watch the complete video, because in this video we are trying to cover the basics of the tree, so that in the future we will not find any difficulty to understand the trees. Now let's start. Now let's see what is tree. So it is very similar to linked list that we have seen already. So first we will see the node structure in C and Java. So now let's see the node structure in C. So here you can see I have defined one node class and we have taken one left pointer. After that we have taken one data part and we have taken our right pointer. So if I draw a node, then it will look like this. Here we have already filled the data and it is the left pointer and it is right pointer. Now let's see in Java. So in Java we can define a class with name node. After that we have taken one pointer with left and one data part and right pointer. So it will look like this only. Here I have not filled any values right now. Now suppose I put the value of this node to left pointer, then this left part will point to this new node. So I am putting the values. So here suppose I put the value as 2000, then there will be a link like this. And suppose in the right pointer, if I put the address of this node, which is 3000, then there will be a link like this. Similarly, in this node, in the left part, I will put the address of this one. So here 4000. So the link will be like this. And in the right pointer, I will put the address of this node. So 5000 I will write here. So there will be a link like this. Similarly, here I will add the address of this node, which is 6000. So there will be a link like this. And in the right pointer, I will put the address of this node. So it is 7000. So there will be a link like this. And in the end, I will put all the next pointers, means left and right pointers, as null. It means they are not pointing to anyone. Now again null, here also null, null and null. Now you can see it is looking like a tree. So now let's see some properties of tree. So first property is there is one root element. So this node is acting as the root element. So this is our root element. So every tree has a root element. Second property is no cycle or loop. So in this tree you can observe there is no cycle. Cycle means suppose if you are starting at any node and after traversing you come back to that node only, then it is a cycle or loop. But in tree there is no cycle. So here you can see, suppose you are starting from 10, then you cannot come back to 10. Suppose you are starting with 30, then you cannot come back to 30. So in this there is no cycle. After that, third property is it is always connected. So connected means that from root element you can reach to any element. Suppose I want to reach at 50. So I can traverse like from here to this node. After this node to left is this node. So we can reach from 10 to 50. Similarly, you can reach from 10 to 60 or anywhere else. So it means it is connected. Suppose if I draw a node here like value 100 and it is null and it is also null, then I cannot reach to 100 from 10. Then we can say that it is not a tree. But in this case, there is no such possibility. So from 10 we can reach anywhere. So it is a tree. The last property is it is always directed. So you can see there are directions. From 10 we can reach 20 and there is one direction. Similarly, here also you can see direction. So at every node you can see there is a direction to downwards. So it is a directed. Now let's see some useful terms in the tree. So here I have drawn one sample tree. So in this I have not written the addresses. So now here onwards we will use this representation only. In books or in every website you will find this kind of representation only. So now let's see some useful terms. First is root node. So what is root node? A node for which there is no parent element is called root node. It means no node is pointing to that node. So in this tree we can find that A is our root node because no other element is pointing to A. So our root node is A. Now let's see what is leaf node. So leaf nodes are those nodes which don't have any children. So in this tree you can see that D has no children and E has no children, F has no children and G has no children. So leaf nodes are the nodes which have no children. So D, E, F and G are our leaf node in this tree. Now let's see what is internal node. So other than leaf nodes, all the nodes are internal nodes. So here D, E, F, G our leaf node, and other than D, E, F, G we have A, B and C. So these are our internal nodes. Now let's see what is sibling. So sibling means the nodes which are sharing the same parent. So here you can see D and E are siblings because for both nodes B is the parent. So for D and E, B is our parent. So we can say D and E are sibling. Similarly, F and G are also sibling. And they are sharing C. And B and C are also sibling. For them, parent is A. Next is depth. So the depth is number of edges between root and given node is called depth. So first we'll see what is edge. So edge is a link between two nodes is called edge. So between A and B this is our edge. Between B and D this is our edge because this is the link between B and D and this is the link between A and B. So this is called edge. So the number of edges between root and given node is called depth. Suppose I want to find the depth of B, then it is 1 because there is only one edge between A and B. So the depth of B is 1. Similarly, suppose I want to find the depth of F, then there are two edges between A and F. So the depth of F is 2. Similarly, suppose I want to find the depth of A, so it will be 0 because there is no edge. Now let's see level. So level is horizontal partitioning of tree based on depth is called level. So here you can see that this is our level 0. Now here you can see B and C are at the same level because they are sharing the same depth. So the depth of B and C is 1. So this is our level 1. Now you can see D, E, F and G are sharing same depth. So they are at the same level. So this is level 2. So in this tree the maximum level is 2. You can start the level from 1 also. This is counting. So you can start 1 instead of 0 also. So in many books you will find first level as level 0 or you can find first level as level 1. This is just a terminology. Now we will see height. So height is maximum number of edges from root to leaf node is called height of the tree. So here you can see from A the maximum number of edges from root to leaf are 2. Means 1 edge, 2 edge. Suppose now from A to D if you calculate 1 and 2. So similarly you can find 1 and 2 from A to F. So the maximum number of edges from A to any leaf node is 2. So the height of this tree is 2. But suppose if I write one more node as H, then now if I calculate the height, then the maximum number of edges will be 1, 2 and 3 because now H is also our leaf node. So maximum number of edges are 1, 2 and 3. So height will be 3 in this case. Next is degree. So degree is total number of children of a node is called degree. So total number of nodes. So in this tree, if you see A has 2 children. So the degree of A is 2. And B has 2 children, D and E. So degree of B is also 2. And D don't have any children. So D have degree 0. Similarly, E have only 1 child. And H, for H there is no child. So 0 degree. So F is also at 0 degree. For G 0 degree. For C there are 2 childs, F and G. So 2 degree. So here you can observe one more thing, that all the leaf nodes has 0 degree. So if you want to find the leaf node, then you can say the node which has 0 degree is leaf node. Till now we have seen many useful terms in a tree. Now we will see types of tree. So first is binary tree. So we have seen a node can have any number of children. But suppose we apply some restriction on that tree, like if every node can have 0, 1 or 2 children, or we can say 0, 1 or 2 degree, then it is a binary tree. So if we apply this restriction on any tree, then it will be called binary tree. For example, suppose if I am drawing a tree like this is our root node and left node is 20, right node is 30. So this is our binary tree because every node have only 0, 1 or 2 children. For root node there are 2 children, for 20 there is no children, for 30 there is no children. So it is satisfying the property of binary tree. Suppose if I draw a tree like 10, 20, 30, 40, then it is not a binary tree because 10 have 3 children. So the degree of 10 is 3. So it is not a binary tree. There are many types of binary tree. So now let's see first. First is strict binary tree. So first it should be a binary tree. On binary tree, if we apply some more condition, then it will be strict binary tree. So the condition is, for every node there can be only 0 children or 2 children. So suppose if every node has 0 children or 2 children, then it is strict binary tree. So for example, suppose I am writing a node 10, then it is a strict binary tree because there are no children of 10. So it is satisfying the property of 0 or 2 children. Now suppose if I will add some more nodes, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Now we have to check whether it is a strict binary tree or not. So for 10 there are only 2 children. So at this place there is no problem. Now at 20 there are no children. So there are 0 children. So this is satisfying the property. So for 30, if you see, there are 2 children. So it is satisfying the property. At 40, you can see there are no children. So it is also satisfying the property. For 50, there are no child. So this is strict binary tree. So if I write the degree for this, 0 degree, 0 degree, 2 degree, 0 degree and 2 degree. So we can say if every node has 0 or 2 degree, then it is a strict binary tree. Now I am writing one more example, 10, 20, 30 and 40. Now again I will check. For 10 there is no problem because the degree of 10 is 2. For 20 there is no problem because degree is 2. For 30, if you see, there is only one right child. So the degree of 30 is 1. So it is not satisfying the property of strict binary tree. So this is not a strict binary tree. This is a simple binary tree. Here I want to make a correction. It is not 2, it is 0 because there is no child. So it is 0 degree. Second is complete binary tree. So a tree is called complete binary tree if it is a binary tree, and in binary tree we are moving to next level only if the current level is completely filled, and in the next level also we are filling the nodes from left to right. With the example you will get the more clarity. For example, suppose my first node is 10. So it is a complete binary tree because there are no levels. After that, suppose I am taking one more node, 20. Then also it is a complete binary tree because in the next level I am starting with left to right. Suppose if I want to add one more node, then I will add one more node to right of 10. I cannot add the new node to left of 20 because there is a option available in the current level only. So I will add the node at this place. Now suppose if I want to add one more node, then I can add in the left place of the 20. I cannot add the new node to right of the 30. So I will add one more node to 40 here. So this is complete binary tree. This is also complete binary tree. This is also complete binary tree. So you will find multiple definitions of complete binary tree. So in some books you will find this tree as almost complete binary tree because some books consider that the last level is not completely filled, so it is called almost complete binary tree, but in some books you will find this is as complete binary tree. Now if I add one more node, then also it is complete binary tree. Now for example, suppose if I am adding one node here, now again 20, 30 and now 40. Now this is not a complete binary tree, or we can add here also. Now also it is not a complete binary tree, because in the next level we should start from left to right, but we are filling from right, from left, so it is not a complete binary tree. Before learning the operations on a tree, first we should know how we can create a tree. So here we will see how we can create a binary tree. So here I have created one tree with the root node 1 and left child 2 and right child 3. After that 4 is the left child of 2 and 5 is the right child of 2. After that 7 is the left child of 4 and there is no right child of 4. Similarly 6 is the right child of 5 and 8 is the left child of 3 and 9 is the right child of 3. So now we will see how we can create this tree in Java. Now let's see how we can create a binary tree in Java. So first we need to define our node structure. So we have created one class tree node. Here we have taken one pointer left and one pointer right and one data part. After that we have defined one constructor. In this we are taking data and we are assigning left and right to null initially. After that in our tree class, first we will create a variable root, because we need a root node in our tree. After that we are creating one object to access this variable. So with the help of tree variable we will access the root variable. So first we will create our tree node of 1. So we are passing the data as 1. So one new node will be created with the data value 1 and left and child right will be null initially, and we are assigning this node to root. So our root is created with the data value 1. After that we will create one more node with the data value 2 and we will assign this to root dot left. So our left child is 2. After that we will create one more node with the data value 3 and we will assign this value to root dot right. So now we have 3 nodes. First node is our root node with the data value 1 and left child is 2 and the right child is 3. Similarly we will assign other nodes also. So here we have created our binary tree. After that I am printing the root value and right child and left child. So here you can see our root is 1 and left child of the root is 2 and the right child of the root is 3. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, then please like, comment and share with your friends. And if you have any confusion, then please watch the video again, because this is very basic concept and that will help you to write some more codes in future.